Welcome to the channel. In this video, we will talk about anonymous structures and how we can declare multiple structures in our C program. In the previous tutorial, we have learned about what exactly is a structure, how we can define a structure in our program, how we can define the variables using that structure, how we can assign some values and all these things. Now here I have written some code. I have included the stdio.h header file and then I have the main function. In the previous tutorial, we have seen that to define a structure, we need to use the struct keyword and then we need to give a name for the structure, for example, student, and then we can have the members for this structure. For example, I can say name, which will be a character array, and then, we can have age and we can have some other members. Depending on whatever we need for our program, we can define the structure. When we define a structure in our program, it actually creates a new data type, and by using that type, we can declare the variables. For example, to create the variables by using this new type that we have created, struct student, first we need to type struct, which will tell the compiler that it is a structure and the structure name, which is student in this case, it will be the data type, and then we can create the variables. For example, Anil or Amul, whatever the variables that we need from this type, we can create that. Now in C programming language, we can define a structure without the name. That is, we can define a structure without giving any name. And the structures which are created without the structure tag, which is nothing but the name that we give to the structures, they are called as the anonymous structures. So here we write in the keyword struct and then we don't give any name, and then we use the opening curly brace and then closing curly brace and then the semicolon, and between these curly braces we write the members of that structure. When we create an anonymous structure in our program, one thing that we have to keep in mind is we can declare the variables by using this anonymous structure only when defining the structure. So here, if we want any variables, then we have to declare them in this structure definition only. For example, after this closing curly brace, if I want, I can type in Ajay, and if I want more variables, then I can use comma and I can type in the variables, for example, Akshay. And all other things are same as we have learned in the previous tutorial. Now, if you want to initialize the members of this structures variable to the default values, according to their data type, then we can do that by using this assignment operator and by specifying 0 between curly braces. Similarly, for Akshay also, I can do the same thing. Now here, if you look at it, when we have this anonymous structure, we can't declare the variables after defining the structure. So the structure variables has to be declared while defining the structure. Now, if you look at here, then the reason for that is, here I have written struct student Anil. It means that this type of this Anil object is a structure called as student. So this student is the identifier of that structure, and when we have the anonymous structure, we don't have an identifier, and that's why we can't say I want the variable of this structure. So we don't have an identifier to point to that structure. Okay, so we can't declare the variables after defining the structure. All other things are same. Now if you want, we can initialize these structure variables while declaring them. For example, I can say Ajay and then I can say 22. If I want to initialize Akshay, then also I can do that. And all other operations are same as we have learned in the previous tutorial. For example, I can use the printf function and I can print out the values, %yes, %d, and here I can say Ajay dot name comma Ajay dot age. So here, we are using the dot operator to access the members. If I run this program, then it will run without any problem. It will display Ajay and 22. And also in our program, if you want to change the values stored in a structure variable in the members of a structure variable, then we can do that. just like the way we were doing in the previous tutorial. For example, I can say Ajay dot age equal to 99. We can do that. So all other operations are same, so just the declaration is different. Now if I run this program, then we get the age as 99. So the advantage of this anonymous structures is sometimes you don't have any use of giving a name for a structure. You will learn about that in the upcoming tutorials when we talk about nested structures. And here, just remember that we can create the anonymous structures. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about in this tutorial is about creating more than one structure in our program. Here I'm gonna give a name for this structure. Now I'm gonna call it as student. Okay, if we look at this program now, we have a structure called as student, and in our program, if we need any other structures, then we can define them. There is no limit on creating the number of structures. Depending on our program's need, we can create as many structures that we want. I can create another structure, for example, let us say struct address, and here we can have the members like house number. I'm gonna say hnum for house number, and if we want, we can have street number, yes number. We can have different members depending on our program. And if we need any other structures, then also we can define them. So this is it, guys. In our program we can create an anonymous structure, and also if we need more than one structures, we can define them without any problem. So this is it, guys, for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like it, hit the like button. If you don't like it, then hit the dislike button. If you want to say something, then write that in the comment box. For more tutorials like this, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later in the next video.